guys, this is Kayla. Don't laugh at me. This is Kayla, this is Becky, and we're filming outside, which has caused some difficulties, and I've had to climb around to get the camera to attach, and that's why we're laughing.
Yes, it has been an experience because this is take 3
Yes.
of this. So, anyway.
It's okay, we're making it work. So Becky is doing a quilting project inside. So there's fabric, there's sewing machines,
There's all kind of design boards and everything all over the room, and so there was no way for me to move all that and then us film. So anyway, this is going to be our funny video. So you know, we've gotten tickled about all this, but we are still reviewing books and featuring the Scout and Cellar wines, and this week we are featuring one from Italy. Kayla is the vineyard, and it means how cool. Their name means how cool in Italian, and it is a Pinot Grigio.
This is not my first sip. My first sip was in a blooper where the camera fell.
The camera fell off the thing. Yes, so we have not had this wine before. We've had Kayla wines before, but not their Pinot Grigio.
There's something different, but I can't place the fruit.
Pineapple. Yes, it has notes of lemon, pineapple, almonds, and white flour.
And the pineapple balances well too, because it's so sweet that I almost didn't even recognize the lemon.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's very crisp and refreshing, and it pairs well with all kinds of cheeses and soups and very creamy pastas. So it would be delicious with all that. Or I think with seafood, crab cakes. Those crab cakes you made in your air fryer, those were super good.
I'm gonna make those this week.
Yeah, I agree with that. So anyway, that is our wine, and I will say this, Scout and Cellar is having a birthday this month. We are 7 years old.
Nice.
So I'll take the wine quiz. We have a wine quiz. We're running specials every week. So take a look at the website and see if there's something in there you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna look at the website tomorrow. So the book I'm reviewing today is my first Lisa Jewell novel, Breaking the Dark. And Becky, you've read Lisa Jewell before.
Oh, yes.
I should have, but have not. The reason I got this one was I'm a huge Jessica Jones stan. There was a series on Netflix for a while. The first season is really good, and the rest happened. But the comics, I love the comics. I love the story of this character. She is a former superhero. She is a woman with superpowers who gets into a mess where she meets a guy who can control minds, and he mistreats her terribly. So she is living with the trauma of having been controlled for several years of her life and made to do really bad things.
Right.
And that's, one thing I think I enjoy about comic books is a lot of times it does feature characters who are dealing with their trauma, and it's not afraid to kind of look at that dark side of mental health and how you need to deal with your mental health if you have that sort of trauma. And I really loved the first season of the show. It stuck really close to the comic. And then I kind of wish the second season had picked up with this book, because it pulls in some things that happen in the comics, but it's obviously for a different audience. It's for Lisa Jewell's audience. It's for a thriller reader audience. So if you pick up this book because you want to read about superheroes, you're probably not gonna this is not Avengers anything. It is a private investigator novel. It is a mystery thriller with a little bit of noir thrown in. Are there a few comic booky supernatural elements? Sure, but a lot of the main themes are artificial intelligence and social media, and how social media affects young people with this idea of perfection. any Instagram videos, whatever. They're filter after filter after filter, and nobody looks human in half of those videos.
No, they do not.
On Instagram
Nobody
and
is
TikTok.
that perfect in real life.
And the case she encounters is these two young people who go away to see their father in England for the summer, and they come back and they're like Photoshop perfect. Like, they look filtered, they act filtered, they're never too much and never too little. They're just perfect. And that's what they say when people are like, hey, are you okay? How are you? You're acting different. They say, oh no, I'm just perfect. And these two twins and their mom, being a good mom, reaches out to a private investigator and is like, I don't know what happened to my kids this summer, but they're not my kids. They're acting weird. Something's happening.
They are not perfect.
They are like, this is weird. And it kind of takes the adults coming together and realizing, like, this is harmful to our youth, to have this idea of achievable beauty standard, when really it's not. It's a fiction, and it's done with filters and artificial intelligence and everything else that we have in the world. And as Jessica Jones is trying to solve this mystery, she is also having to deal with other things. So in the previous, like the comics that led up to this, the show that led up to this, she had a drinking problem, because that's how she chose to deal with her trauma.
Right.
And she has recently quit drinking because she thinks she's pregnant. So it's this whole emotional journey for her, just with a lot of different layers, seeing what kind of world she wants to bring her child into. And kind of when she does come to the terms with the fact that she's going to be a mother, and realizes, as a mom, I look at my child, and my child is the ideal. She's not filtered, and she shouldn't have to be. And that's what we need to be telling our youth today. So it's got a really good moral message, and just the most, like, convoluted, but in a good way, mystery that is absolutely wild. There's like vampirism in there, there's some witchcraft, there's artificial intelligence, there's a lot. So it is one of these multi-layered books. I do think, again, if you think you're going to be just picking up a fun comic book, it's not that. It is a much deeper story. And it does have a few cameos from a few other Marvel favorites. Luke Cage is obviously in it.
I was going to say,
that's the baby's father.
Right.
So there is a Luke Cage storyline, but it's very minor, because he's getting his own book coming up, which is written by S.A. Cosby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're just picking all the best thriller authors to write some Marvel books.
Cool.
By the way, Marvel, I also write thrillers. So if you need someone. But no, it was really well done and really well written. I think it's one that even if you're not like a comic book fan, you would like it. It would be one I would more warn the comic book fans, just because if you think you're hopping into this and Iron Man's going to show up, no, that's not it. This is not what we're doing here.
Okay. Gotcha.
It is a down-to-earth story of a private investigator having to come to terms with her own trauma in order to solve a mystery and save the lives of what ends up being a large amount of young people. So
wow.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds very interesting. So
definitely check it out. It's Lisa Jewell, Breaking the Dark, and I highly recommend it.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Really going for it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hi guys, this is Kayla.
And this is Becky, and we're with a couple of Bees Read. And we have a...
And the camera's moving. Look at it. It's moving. No!
Oh, yay. Okay.
The pear?
Crisp. Nope. One... We have not had this wine before.
Yeah, this is different.
We've had Cathicos before, but not this. We have not had their
That
Pinot Grigio.
is moving again.
Uh-oh. And we're having technical difficulties. Okay.
I don't know what to do with you.